Nigerian public, the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and particularly the Inspector General of Police, the Department of State Services, the National Security Advisor, the Chief of Defense Staff, and the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation on a matter of great national concern. This press conference is convened to formally and publicly draw attention to the brutal murder and maiming of our brother, late Emiko Onuwaje, and the sustained reign of terror unleashed upon the Ugborodo community, particularly Ogidigbe, by armed thugs and hoodlums allegedly hired and sponsored by one John Daje, popularly known as Okpeyo, a chief from the palace of the Olu of Warri, and his accomplice, who are also known as with some criminal elements. Background of the crime: late Emiko Onuwaje was not merely a victim, he was a son of the soil, a law-abiding citizen of Nigeria, and a brother whose life was violently cut short in a most gruesome and inhuman manner of attack. This criminal enterprise did not end with his death. Several individuals acting as tutors, accomplices, and enforcers participated in this heinous act and related violent activity in our community, Ogidigbe, by extension, Ugborodo. To the glory of God Almighty, some of the hired government security personnel involved in this criminal act were also apprehended. Among those mentioned in connection with the crime are Sheriff Erewa, Jonathan Omasheye, Sylvester Ogbe, Bubemi Kuku alias Okubo, Dere Toyo, Toju Shaba, Humphrey Iyonsi, Ogbe Kuku, Meshaun, Ernest Maku Atiku, Elvis Iyonsi, Arima Madamedo, Kelvin Maku alias Kimini, Jolomi Eyinoloma, Wayimi Mawe, Ama Edema, Ali Edema, Matthew Jeremy, Boyo Onoyo, Isaac Ukulamola, Sheyi Sheke, and many others at large. Even more disturbing is the reported involvement of 4 government security personnel who claim to be on posting to the palace of the Olu of Warri, namely a police inspector named Wuruba Jigawa, unit posted in Unit SPU Base 4, Makurdi, Benue State. 3 NSCDC personnel, namely Isaac Joseph, unit in Warri, Delta State. Amzad Ridwan, unit in Ugeli, Delta State. Eri Amiato Friday, unit in Warri, Delta State. It took the swift, courageous, and gallant intervention of officers of the Nigerian Navy, who promptly responded to our distress call to rescue indigents and residents who were hiding in the surrounding bush to escape the attack. Through the coordinated effort of these government security operatives, particularly the naval personnel, the assailants were successfully flushed out of the community, given that the other end of our forest is bordered by the Atlantic Ocean. The attackers had no escape route and were unable to flee. As reliable as this information, if proven, strike at the very heart of state authority and the sanctity of our security institution. Steps already taken by the community. Following this tragic incident, the UCMC formally petitioned the Inspector General of Police and the Assistant Inspector General of Police. We acknowledge that the Inspector General of Police directed the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 5, to investigate the matter and ensure perpetrators are brought to justice. However, despite this directive, the pace and depth of action taken so far have raised serious concern within the community. Attempts to undermine justice, we have observed with grave worry that certain individuals are deliberately attempting to manipulate, dilute, and mischaracterize this case, presenting it as a miscarriage of justice rather than the cold-blooded murder that it clearly is. The deliberate distortion is dangerous. It embodies criminal, erodes public confidence in the justice system, and sends the wrong signal to our community already under pressure of future attack. Continuing threat and intimidation. Since the murder of our late brother Emiko Onuwaje, members of this criminal group have openly threatened